Can I tell you, I just did something that I have not done for a very long time. I started the video or started the live, so I thought I was not on. And the way I knew again was because I was looking at the comments, like nobody was responding to me. And I looked up and I said, I am not on live. So when I started my music, the reason why my music ended so quickly is because that's how long it was playing. OMG, I have not done it for such a long time. I was like, oh, so what do y'all think? Anyway, how are we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing, Star family? Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for come on in the room. Whoa, come on. I got to find my tambourine. In the room, yeah, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Now you sing, come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. I said we got so much to talk about. I said we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Come on. Thank you all so much for being here. Let me get into the comments again. Let's start off with my girl, Nisha. Thank you so much, Nisha, for the super chat. Nisha said, hey, beautiful boss, Nikki and Star fam. Thank you. I might fall asleep during this live. Thank you all for being respectful in the comments. I feel the love, feel safe, even when we disagree. Oh, thank you so much, Nisha. Oh, okay. Nisha got the big bucks. Thank you so much, Nisha, for your generous super chat. Nisha said, I'm struggling with this very white, right-wing woman in my department. Backstory, I'm an Indian woman, born in the country, adopted, came to the U.S. when I was 3. She hates me for no reason. Oh, we know why. I'm applying for a new job to help not just me, but my parents. And I'm an only child. I want to help. I want to help us all out. Absolutely. I'm so sorry that you are dealing with that, my love. We here at the Star family, we are going to love and encourage you and send some joy and love and light your way. Pray that you get a little, joy and some jokes from here to just be able to keep you going. I'm so sorry. I've been there. It is the worst. Is she older than you? That's the worst. That's the worst. It's just like, oh my God, I thought you would want to help me. Because it's the worst. I have been there. So pray that you find I pray that you find peace at your job, but also that you find a better job that works better for you and your situation. This job market is very, very difficult. And so we are sending you so much encouragement, so much joy, and just a lot of positivity because this is not easy, especially during the time that we are in right now. But we are very hopeful that will turn out positive for you. So thank you so much for letting us know. Thank you for your generous super chats and much love from myself and the Star family. Thank you, Nisha. Hello, Alicia. Hey, love like you are. Love like you are said, hey, y'all, happy Thursday. And alive to end my birthday. I love it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Love like you are. I pray that you had an amazing birthday. And thank you so much for sharing some of your day with us. Spency, what's up? Spency said, hi, Nikki.Star fam. I saw Beyonce in the rain. You were at that concert? Oh, she was on it. She was on one. I was watching clips on TikTok, and she looked like she was having so much fun, and you guys had such great energy. I'm jealous. Incredible. Can't wait for this live. Also, do you see the Love Island cast release? No, I did not. Let's talk about it. Cast reveal. Love Island USA. Oh, we're going to talk about this tomorrow. One sister? Oh, two sisters. And a chocolate. Okay. We got two sisters, two brothers. Oh, three brothers. Okay. We got one blonde, one brunette. Oh, two brunettes, one blonde. We got two white boys. I think this one white boy is British. He's giving British. He's giving British. Oh, I'm looking at these up close pics. These ladies are hot. Oh no, this is a Latina. Is this a Latina? Oh, was that a Latina? Yeah, a Huda Mustafa. So she got to be something. I don't want. Is it Arab Mustafa? I think that she might be Arab. Okay, Huda. Okay. Oh, they're gorgeous. The ladies are beautiful. Work. The men are mid, but the men are always mid. But there's some attractive guys here. Ace, Austin. Oh yeah, they're Caucasian. Jeremiah, Nicholas Van Steenberg. Sounds like money, but he's from Florida, so maybe not. Okay. I'll do a more in-depth video about them tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to do another reality TV chat, and we're going to talk about it. Okay, Love Island USA. Hosted by and narrated by, okay, we have a comedian. That plane is loud. June 3rd. Oh, so this is happening right away. Oh, my gosh. They are heating up with the summer shows. Wow. I'm so sorry. I'm looking at this and you guys can't even see it. Forgive me. That was rude. I'm being rude. I'm back. Well, okay. They look very attractive. So that's good, for the visuals. I'm going to, tonight, I'm going to watch some videos of the cast if they have them. They normally have them on the site. Watch some videos of the cast, get a little bit more information about them. Scroll TikTok to see if there's any tea. And we'll talk about it tomorrow. Thank you so much for letting me know, Spency. Hey, Miss Gigi, what's up? Hey, CM. Hey, Sydney. What's up, Laura? Come on in the room. Shamiko from St. Kitts. I knew it. Shamiko said that, Nikki. Happy Thursday. Hope you had a wonderful day. I did, my love. Looking forward to the reviews. Love from St. Kitts. I'm coming to St. Kitts. You have put it on the map for me. Thank you for being here, Shamiko. Hey, sup, people. Laura said, are y'all liking 90 Day Help for Love? I'm into it. I love Chantel. I like it too. I mean, it's only been one episode, right? Because oh my God, I have to save it. Because if I don't save it on YouTube TV, they make me watch the commercials. I have to remind myself to do that. Yeah, I'm into it too. You know what? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna do it right now because I'm gonna forget. Forgive me. Hold on. I'm getting a new desk, but I gotta squeeze out of here because the only way I can get this up close and personal with you if I pull my desk close to my legs. But I'm getting a new desk, and I cannot wait for you to see her. She's amazing. Hold on. Where them friends at? I'm so jealous that Spency got to go to that concert without me. She had so much fun. And she performed in the rain. Your face could never. Last of the great ones. I'm sorry, Gen Z. I'm sorry, Gen Alpha. You won't experience this. Oh my God, growing up, we had everybody. We had Destiny's Child. We had Brandy. We had Monica. We 702. Remember 702 did that song with Subway? Boy, I no. It's not the guy started. Girl, I really wanna say and play that little game you play where you go high and I will see. Let me be the one to make you tall. We hadn't mature. Like, what do y'all have? Everybody, all of our singers, they could sing, they could dance, they could write, they could play music. Who y'all got? That's a damn shame. My heart is breaking for the babies. My heart is breaking for the babies. Who? I gotta save this show. No commercials. I cannot do it. Here's the thing. I will watch commercials any other time. Like when I'm watching, no shade, I'm doing my part as a sister. When I'm watching my black girl vloggers, I always watch the commercials. I'm like, I'm gonna get that sister paid. She gonna get that money off of me. If it's a black woman on YouTube, I'm watching the commercials. Anything else, I can't do it. I can't watch the commercials. I can't do it. I cannot do the commercials. Oh. Let me. Sorry, my mom. Every sport she watches. Now she's watching hockey. She's watching hockey. We're from Philly. I mean, we got the Flyers, but nobody watches the Flyers like that. We support them, and you can't talk crazy about them, but like, what are you doing watching hockey? We're from the Philadelphia area city. She's into it. All right, here we go. Add to library. There we go. Now I can skip through commercials. What's the next episode? Oh, they are milking the hell out of this show. It's one episode titled The Girl Who Showed Her Butt. We'll get into a leash trial. The Girl Who Showed Her Butt. And then there's another episode, not a new one. It's of the same episode. It's called Between the Sheets. So we're getting a behind the scenes of the first episode. And then we're getting a More to Love episode of the same episode from season 1. 90 Day Fiance. Let me tell you something. They're getting paid from TLC because the way they will milk a show, smart. I'm also really into Chantel's journey. CM said, "Child, these Lockup and Love folks are like, it's a mess." Persephone said, "Yes, come on in the room." I know that's right. I gotta watch The Last of Us tonight. So much I gotta do. Come on in the room. The end of the age. Hey. Said, "Hey, Star Fam and Nikki." Laura said, "Nisha, may your blessings bless you." Hallelujah and amen. Hey, Tiffany. So Seth is here. Now we can start. So Seth said, "Hi, guys. I'm ready to dissect Julius and Alexis." I'm starting with Love with the Lockup because I have so much to say about them, and I got to give time to speak on them. Persephone said, "That's awful, Nisha. Pray for you and prayers for peace. Amen. For you. Working is hard enough without dealing with ignorant people." That's the thing. I'm telling you, when I would like when someone would try to pull me into a beef at work, I would be like, "For what? Why are we beefing at work? None of us want to be here." Like, let's have fun. Oh my God. I never understood it. People would get so territorial. And here's the thing, especially with me, if somebody doesn't like me, no shade. I'm just being really honest. If I am not liked by someone, they have a soul built of sulfur. They're demonic. I'm telling you. There's no reason to not like me. I don't give you that. Now, back in the day when I used to fight, I understand people who don't like me. Some of them probably still don't like me, and that's okay. But you know what? I only responded to disrespect. I ain't never disrespect nobody. Anyway, so when I would get into beefs at work, or when people will pull me into beefs at work, I'd be like, "Why don't you like me?" And it will always be like something crazy. Like, I literally got written up one time because I was too positive at the job. And they were just like, "Oh, well, there are other people who are, not as happy as you are, and you make them feel uncomfortable." I was a kid then. I didn't know that I had a little lawsuit. So, statute of limitations. But that's what will always happen to me. And I would just be like, what? Not, it wouldn't happen often, but when it would happen, I would be shocked. Like, I'm not light. What's wrong with them? But I just do not get people beefing at work. The place you spend the most time at, oh no, I'm going to have fun. I made my job so fun. I just, if I'm going to be there for 8 hours, I'm going to have me a ball. I will not be stressed. Absolutely not. But Nisha, it will get better for you. The Star family, we got power here. Oh, we got power here. Hey, Miss T. Thank you for being here. Yes, happy. This is from Nisha. Happy birthday, love, like you are. Hey, waiting room. The waiting room said, hey, y'all, I almost fell asleep during this live. 3 a.m. in London, but wanted to say hi to everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Do not worry. Tomorrow we have an early, unless, so that's the only thing about these lives. We talked about this before. I am, I'm basically a working actor. So I'm like a contract employee. So I gotta, whenever there's something, I gotta move on it. Right now the day is open, so I'm going to plan to do this live at 12. We will see. We will see. Thank you for being here, waiting room. Yeah, send me everything you have, Spency. Send me everything you have. Wheezy said, finally caught alive. Great way to end my birthday month. Oh my God. Thanks, Nikki. Also, have you seen the new 90-Day Dating Show? Yes, and we're going to talk about it in this live. But Wheezy, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Weezy. Happy birthday, my love. We got another super chat. We got a super chat for Weezy. Thank you so much, Weezy. Weezy said, finally caught alive. Looking forward to the review. Thank you for all the joy you bring. I love you. Thank you for being here, Weezy. Thank you for the super chat. Busala. Thank you for the super chat, my love. And that's what this is about, guys. This is about joy. We want to have fun here. This is about joy. The waiting room said also the Beyonce concert looks amazing. It absolutely is. I really want to go, but I have a very exciting summer plan for my son and I, period. It's going to be on TV soon, or Netflix soon enough. So Steph said, I want to get a ticket to Beyonce, but I'm really nervous. I'm going to get a ticket with an obstructed view. Here's the thing. Me and my mom, we got the VIP seats. Here's why. We're both old. Okay. We're not doing the stand-in. I need seats. I was going to be in a honey bucking crowd standing up for that long performance. Mother performed for a very long time. I'm not complaining, but I need to sit down every now and again. And I need to sit down in some cushion seats. Okay. I can't, them plastic hard one. I can't do that. The flip ones, I can't do a flip seat. I need a real seat. So me and my mom, we had floored seats at first, and then we looked at the stadium, SoFi. We looked at it and we were just like, yeah, we're going to switch to VIP seats. And I'm glad we did it. We got to see everything. I would have liked to have been closer, but if I was closer, I would have been on the floor, and I just cannot do it. So I will say this. The people on the floor, oh, they were having a ball. They were in it. And they got a great view. So the floor seats are a great view, at least for where we were at the SoFi Stadium, because the floor seats were slanted. So you weren't like really looking through people because you could see everything. Like they set it up in a really smart way. I don't know how they did it. Because the SoFi Stadium, the last time I was there, I watched a football game. I never saw a concert, so I wasn't really sure how the seats were going to look. But the way they set it up, they did a phenomenal job. So if I were you, I would go to wherever you want to get the tickets at. I would go see if other people have did videos of concerts there, or just go look at it and see if there's videos of the stadium where she's going to be, and see how those seats will work out for you. That's the best advice that I can give you. But if where you plan on going has nice floor seats, I would say get floor. Wear comfy shoes. So Some people said these white artists got nothing on Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Fiona Apple. And let's take it back to I was going to say our childhood. I don't know how old you are to people, but my childhood, Michael McDonald. I'm telling you guys, I will never forget the one award show. I think it was the Grammys, where I found out that he was white. White people were singing so good back in the day. Everybody thought they were black. You don't have that today. You don't have, like, they were singing and playing and play that funky music, white boy. No, did y'all know there was a white band? I didn't know it was a white band until I saw the commercial that were advertising. You remember them commercials where they advertising, a mix CD of all of the songs from back in the day. And I was like, oh, that band is white? That's how talented the whites were back then. I don't know what's going on now. They've regressed. They got less talented and more racist. What is going on? What is going on? That's it. It's the AI and it's the chat GPT. My friend who's a teacher was just like, the kids are dying. They were like, they don't read. They don't research anything. Everything is chat GPT. Everything. They don't write their own papers. It's a scary time. It's a scary time. Persephone said, the music doesn't hit the same. It doesn't. The industry doesn't nurture great performers. Gen Z and below are starved for artistry. Absolutely. Absolutely. Remember, there were so many great white bands back in the day. Who's the next Slum 41? Huh? I still play that song to this day. Like, and don't let me have to go get on like the Stairmaster. Baby. Chilling in the back like, my name was El Nino. Oh, I used to love them. Cause we like making jokes at other people's expenses. Oh, I don't want to waste my time. Become another casualty of society. I'll never fall in line. Become another victim of your conformity or back down. Who's the next Sum 41? Who's the next Green Day? The waiting room said, I remember my very first concert was Boyz II Men. I was 15-ish. LOL. No lies. It was one of the best times of my life. Second concert was Beyonce, and that spoiled me for life. Yeah. From Boyz II Men to Beyonce. You got it. So Steph said they was playing Alanis Morissette and Zara today. The white lady was staring because I was singing along. The talent was impeccable. And this is the thing. There are very talented people within Gen Z. And the issue that you are going to have to fight through is that your generation thinks that everything is cringe. Oh my God, everything is cringe. So for you to break through, for you to be the one that makes it, right? The one that will probably be a part of what next era of music will be in. You are going to have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Be comfortable with failing. Be comfortable with dealing with a generation who does not take risks because they don't want to be embarrassed or they don't want to be cringe. That's what's really going to happen. That's where the artistry is going to come from. Those people who do that, the people of that generation who do not care, who is going to make art even if you think it sucks. They're going to make it till they get better. And they're going to be the only ones in that field because nobody else is going to step in it because everybody thinks everything is cringe. You're going to be very bright. You're going to be very loud. Because your generation is moving into conservatism. So you're going to be the opposite of that. And you're going to have to be loud with that if you are going to be a part of whatever movement this is ordained for this generation. The waiting room said, I also done Ed Sheeran when he first came out, or went to see Ed Sheeran when he first came out. And honestly, it made me a fan. He is talented, very talented. He's a great writer too. Oh, it airs on Mondays. Okay, good to know. Black Girl Maverick, what's up? Said my mom's from Philly and started watching hockey a couple years back. Don't know where it came from. I don't know. It's just she is into that hockey. The internet said, I think Between the Sheets is the cast talking about the episode. Yeah, I thought it was a new episode. And I was like, oh, we're just talking about the next episode, the latest episode. Okay. Sure. I didn't know it came out yet. I haven't watched any of the Just Like That. I have no beef with the ladies, but I've been standing with Kim Cattrall since Mannequin. She changed my life. I would go to the John Wanamaker department store every year for my birthday in Philly and literally walk around every part of where they filmed Mannequin. Kim Cattrall is responsible for me being an actor today. Like, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe a movie was being made in like my city. Like, I could not believe that I was like watching a movie and like seeing places in Philly to the point where my parents had to take me. I had to see where it was filmed. I had to see where it was filmed. Obsessed. So I'm standing 10 toes down for Kim Cattrall. But I love SJP. I wish they could figure it out and fix it. I wish they could. I don't like to see them beefing, especially in their old age. Come on, y'all, make it work. Time is ticking. Laura said, I don't get criticizing people for being positive or negative in their outlook. Both are valid and necessary. Absolutely. So Seth said, my white woman manager told me I walk around the job like I'm a queen. Okay, what that got to do with you? And I am so, what's the problem? She only gassed my ego even more, period. Hey, Nora, thank you for being here. Nonsense Behavior said, we got a whole lot of, we sure do. I know that's right. We Gemini strong. Love Like Yours said, I did floor once and I wanted to get wheeled out. There were how much my feet were hurting, and I was not doing that in no cowboy boots. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was just like, my feet were going to double in size if I had to stand for 4 hours and not just stand. I'm dancing. Baby, when it came time to start bucking, girl, oh, they did. They had soul back then. Oh, they could sing their tail. Tina freaking Marie. Back in the day, white artists never even showed themselves because they were, or their management or whatever, or their label were afraid that people found out they were white, they wouldn't support. Tina Marie, all of her albums in the beginning, it was like a silhouette. Her and Guess You Wonder Where I've Been. They wouldn't show their face. He has in his first album, it's a silhouette of him because they were just like, we could not show this white guy. The audience would not support him. But see, that's the thing. Black people will support. You just got to be good and not racist. Drewski said, hello, fam. My mother's celebration of life ceremony was Monday and it went beautifully thanks to my brother's planning. Well, aside from cousins, 60 plus ones. We served the dessert early. Listen, been there. You see a whole different side of your family at funerals and weddings. Oh my God, today. But I'm glad that it went beautiful, Drewski, and thank you for keeping us all posted. We love you. Yes, it's a long, cold night. She used to date the lead of Sum 41. I'm trying to figure out this life. Yep, Bobby Caldwell. Let me get a couple more and then we got to get into it because we got like 3 shows to talk about. Blue Jay said, I think because the higher ups in the entertainment industry don't want to be creative or open the doors for others. Many people yesterday had some money, capital, dreams, found ways to get out. Here's the thing. All music industries right now, all entertainment industries right now are being run by just rich people, right? Just rich kids and Nepo babies. These people don't have the talent that their parents had, right? They don't have the talent. They don't have the hustle. And they're not, I'm sorry. It's like, I have to be honest. The talent is in poor and working class communities. I don't know. For some reason, you just cannot find a lot of talent in rich communities. I don't know what it is. Maybe God was like, I can't give you everything. I don't know. But the talent is in poor and working class communities. And if those people are not at the helm of these industries, you're just not going to get great art. And all we are getting is rich people making deals with each other, but they don't know what they're doing. because they don't have talent. They don't know how to, put together a cast for a really big movie, right? They're just picking people who is just like, oh, this is somebody's son. Oh, this is somebody's daughter. That's my friend so-and-so. And, that's their kid. Let's put him in this. The kid can't act, and no shade. The kid is tender-eyed. So like you're removing the things that make people want to come see these movies. You want to see attractive people on screen. You want to see attractive, talented people on screen. That's even better. And you want to see attractive, talented people on screen who are reciting words and putting together sentences and having backdrops that you never thought about. But if you are not hiring the people with the talent, you're not going to get it, which is why Sinners is doing so well. Because it's art, it's good art, and it's killing everything else that comes up beside it because people are starving for real art. Thank God Ryan got in with Black Panther and was able to just have such a juggernaut film, especially his first film, has such a juggernaut film that he was able to make a name for himself before the hands of powers changed in the entertainment industry, because he would have never got a shot. And we would have never been able to digest such great art. The problem, no shade, is the Nepo babies and the rich kids. They don't know what they're doing. They are not their parents. They don't have their parents' talent. They don't know what they're doing. I've been seeing that a lot on TikTok. They're not hungry. Mm-mm. And it's right there. Grunge was birthed there. It's right there. Rod Stewart was honored at the American Music Awards. People are starving. Starving. Oh, yes. Will always be that girl. Wake me up inside. What a way to be a one-hit wonder. What a way to be she did that one song and lived off of that for the rest of her life. Wow. Oh, that voice is still intact. Mother trains. The waiting room said hockey equals hot men who fight. Trust me on that. I know, but they ain't got no front teeth. They hot. They thick. But the fronts is gone. Oh, I can see that. Hey, Coco T said, hey, sorry, I haven't been able to catch a live in ages. Hey, thank you for being here. No, that is on the list. I might be binging that this weekend. That is definitely on the list. Oh, wait. Thank you for saying it. Did I save it? Let me see. Ms. Gigi said, wait, and just like that, new season's out. I know I'm watching it this weekend. I didn't know it was out. I'll be honest with you. I've seen advertisements for it, but I didn't know that it was out. What is that? It's a Thurple show on TLC. Porky's, yes. Oh my God, Black Girl Maverick. We should have never been watching Porky's, but latchkey kids. And we also lived in a time where like I was watching the shows that my grandmother grew up on. Like my favorite show was Patty Duke. I didn't know that the majority of that cast was dead by the time I was watching it. That was my favorite show, Patty Duke and Gidget. I Dream of Jeannie. Like there was so much media we could consume from past. Damn. Oh my goodness, it's so sad. It's so sad. Last of the great ones. Is it called Thruple? So I have to save that so that I do not have to watch all of those commercials, because if it's a show that got a lot of episodes, my God, today. Is it Thruple? Oh, it's not. Oh, should I do Polly? What's the name of the show, y'all? It isn't. She had a great character. Like Sarah Jessica Parker was the lead, but everybody was watching for Samantha. Blue Jay said, I heard SJP was actually a good person to work with, treating them with respect, so I gained a favor with her. And that's the thing. I was really shocked when Kim Cattrall said what she said, because I have only heard great things about people working with her in the industry. Black people love working with SJP. So I'm like, oh my God, she's nice to the colors. CM said, maybe I'm the only one, but Sex in the City never appealed to me. They were doing the most over non-cute men. That's their life. That is their life. Yeah, me too. Me too. The waiting room said, I didn't know George Michael was white, even when my mom told me. I remember being flabbergasted when I saw him being interviewed. Yep. Yep. Nonsense behavior said, yeah, I'll take the sections anytime over the floor. I was next to these Corona drinking Amish girls at Cowboy Carter. We were having a time. Yes. It's just the talent is just there. You can't find it anywhere else like that. Miss G88 says, speaking of music, did you see Jaheim? Oh God, Jaheim, put yourself first, not that woman. Oh, let me mind my business. Oh, praying for him. Praying for him. Oh, I like flying the balls. I don't know these other people, but put us on. Put us on. Miss Gigi said, I don't even watch American TV anymore unless it's reality TV. British shows don't care that much about looks, but my God, the talent. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, they weren't a one-hit wonder. They had beef with Caesar and it was good. Oh, you deep in them punk streets. Oh, I didn't know about that song. I did not know about that song. Oh, Gidget. I loved Gidget. And then I like saw Sally Fields and I was like, wait a minute. How old is Gidget? Shout out to Nick at Night. Oh, what a time. Oh, we all watched it the heat of the night. Everybody watched that with their grandmoms. Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. They don't have that exposure. We were exposed to so much. Busola said, will you guys be watching a reboot of Little House on the Prairie? What surprise is getting a reboot? I'm not surprised with the movement to conservatism in America. I'm not surprised that they got a reboot. I want to see if it will be as woke as it was back in the day, because Little House on the Prairie was very, very woke. They was doing a lot on that farm. Latchkey kids. We were not really supervised, but the parents loved us. Miss G88 said, I prefer to watch old shows if I watch American TV. My husband says I watch old lady TV, and it's black and white, even better. That's how my little sister is. She will watch the hell out of Reba. That was her show. CM said, LOL, Millennium Childhood is why we have granny hobbies. Watching our soaps, cooking, gardening. Absolutely. Guys, what is the name of that show so I can save it? What is the name of it? I'm going to look it up. TLC Thruple Show. What is it? TLC Polly Show? What is it called? Polly Family? Is that it? Is it called Polly Family, guys? Oh, yeah, I think that's it. I think it's called Polly Family. Thank you, So Seth. I got it. To be honest with you, I like that show, but I'm tired of the reboots. Do we have anybody that can write? Oh my gosh, we gotta start farming the poor and working class again. That's what the talent is. Got it. I'm about to save it. How many episodes have I missed? Oh, how long has this show been on? Oh, I got some catching up to do. Oh, we 6 episodes in, child. I thought this was a new show. Yes, The Flying Nun. Again, shout out to Nick at Night. Shout out to Nick at Night. Hey, Tardy, thank you for being here. They switched partners. Oh, y'all got me. Y'all about to have me watch some mess, but I'm gonna watch it. Golden Girls, Murder She Wrote again. We were very old. Now that I think about it, why were we so young watching this? Golden Girls, I understand. Murder, She Wrote. Listen, I was locked in. I was locked in. Black Girl Maverick said, Nikki, ever host a watch party? We can pick something nostalgic. I would love to do something like that. Let me know how I can do it without my channel being taken down. They're so strict over here. Let me know how I can do it. I would love to do something like that. Anyway, I've talked to you guys long enough. Let's get into it. I've talked to you guys for like an hour. My God, today we're a mess. We're a mess. Let's get into Love After Lockup. Love After Lockup. We are going to start off with the messiest of them all. What's going on with my light? Right now, it's just Alexis and Julius. Ashley got the picture. Hold on, let me fix that. Let me fix that right now. That's gonna get on my nerves. Let me fix that right now. Let's delete that. Let's delete that overlay. And I'm gonna bring up Alexis and Julius. I think I have a picture of them. Zona? Zona got a picture of Alexis and Julius. Let me copy this page because that's going to get on my nerves. Look at that, Ashley. But let me tell you something. Say what you want about her. She got out of that mess. She got out of that mess. Now the only person looking foolish is Alexis, who just breaks my heart every time she cry over that dummy. Oh my goodness, she too pretty for that nonsense. Just sad, sad, sad. All right, I'm about to upload it. You know what? Now put this on the desktop because I do not feel like it. All right, guys, we had to change that because that was going to get on my nerves. Let's bring up this foolish young couple. If they like it, I love it. If they like it, I love it. Ashley and this. Ashley, Alexis, and Julius. There is, I don't know what it is. Maybe you guys can explain it to me. But Julius does this thing where he talks, and it's like, it's something with the jaw and the teeth. Like, yeah. Do you guys know what I mean? When he's just like, yeah, because I'm the pride. What is that? I don't think that it's like a nervous twitch or anything. I don't think it's like something wrong with him. I think he thinks that's hot. I think he thinks that's hot because he went into prison as a child and his mind did not develop. So I think he thinks that what he's doing is hot, but we all did things as kids that we thought was attractive, and now we look back at it as adults and cringe. He still has the mind of a child that went into prison. And I think he's doing that because he thinks that's attractive. Like, it's so weird. It throws me off every time. It's so weird. Ashley, Alexis, how could you get under that? How could you? Oh, you gotta love ourselves, ladies. So Julius comes home after taking Ashley's car. He comes home and she's asking him or whatever about his whereabouts, and he's not telling her anything. Oh, this is so ghetto. So she walks up to him and she drops down 2 pregnancy tests. And she says, I'm pregnant. And he responds, that's crazy. The father of your child. That's crazy. The patriarchy did a number on us because I cannot believe. And he just sits there and she's like, so what? What you gonna say? I don't got nothing to say. And so because he doesn't give her the reaction she wants, but he gives her his rightful reaction. And to be honest with you, Alexis, he gave the reaction that I thought that he was going to give. I don't know why you thought he would give you anything better. But because he wasn't excited, she was like, I thought he was going to be excited. I thought he was going to be happy. We haven't been using protection. So I just thought that that's what he was ready for, or that's what he wanted, that doesn't mean nothing. A man does not want to, like, you should never assume that a man wants a child if you've never discussed it. If you've never, like, I don't care the sweet stuff that he was saying to you when he was in prison. When he got home, and the minute you guys were about to get into it and he didn't want to use a condom, y'all should have started talking about children then. You can't just assume because he's releasing his seed into you that he wants children. They'll release it into anything. Hello, like it doesn't matter what the entrance is. It doesn't matter. So you just cannot assume that he wanted to have a kid because he was having unprotected sex with you. It's Julius. So because he didn't give the reaction that she wanted him to have, she walks away and she goes into her closet, and she just starts breaking down because Julius was just like, oh no, we got a lot going on, you know. Is this what you want? And she's like, this is what I want. This should be what we want. It's me and you. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Anyway, he goes to get her out of the closet, you know, to talk to her. And then he says in his confessionals, I don't know, I'm just, you know, I'm not trying to have no kids right now. Good. That's crazy. This is somebody's father. This is somebody's father. Ooh. And so while Ashley's crying, he goes into the closet, he consoles her, and he pulls her in and he said, I wouldn't want to have a baby with nobody else but you. And as soon as he says that, Alexis just starts breaking down because that's what she wanted to hear. I wish you had a big sister. I wish you had a big sister. So after they, you know, have that moment, they go back into the kitchen, and Alexis immediately goes, well, now that we're about to have a kid. I will say this, Alexis, he wasn't telling you to do what you do in blue states when a woman does not want to have a child. He wasn't telling you with his words, but he was telling you with his actions and his body language. He was telling you to make a choice because he's not ready. You was not picking up what he was putting down. Anyway, she says, well, you know, we got a child on the way, so now we gotta start working on making some money. You have to get a job. Oh my God, to be, I just don't understand. And I'm not judging, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I never got aroused by a broke man. I never got aroused by a broke man. I was spoiled by boys. Okay, when I was a kid, I was always, he was always giving me some kind of money, like, you know what I mean. And I wasn't asking, you know, but you know, it was worth it. I've never got aroused by a broke man. It just, because I'm always just like, what's going on? How are you not able to make? I don't understand. How are you not able to? How are we even here right now? Well, you can't even make no money. I don't want to be touched by you. Like, I don't. But you know what? That's her life. If she like it, I hate it. So anyway, she's like, we have a child on the way. We got to get a job. He looks at her and he says, I don't need no job. You need to pick up some more hours at work. His pregnant girlfriend, he tells her, I'm not going to work, but you need to pick up more shifts at work. Of course, Alexis is immediately insulted, as she should be, right? And she's just like, excuse me, like, I'm the one going to work. I'm taking care of two people. Now I can't do all of this and take care of three people. It's very difficult for me. You need to get a job. She was just like, I'm sick and tired of supporting you. And he was like, you don't do nothing for me. You don't do nothing for me. And she's like, what do you mean I don't do nothing for you? I take care of you or whatever. And he was like, yeah. And I come here and I sleep here at night and I have sex with you. He's a gigolo. He's a gigolo. Ashley moved the gigolo into her home. He is paying her back in penis. And now he's paying her back with a kid. He thinks that his penile engagement with her unsuspecting clam is payment for housing. He's a gigolo. He's a gigolo. Alexis. Oh, Alexis. And then he says, that's why you're in my presence now. As if his presence is like, oh my God, I just thought about it. I went to his TikTok and I listened to his music. He's really trying to be a rapper. Somebody's father. And that's not going to be the only child. He's going to continue to procreate with multiple low self-esteem Black women and probably a couple of Latinas. And probably, white women who wear Cookie Monster pajamas to Walmart. Those are going to be the deadliest ones. Those are going to be the deadliest ones and the most radical ones for him. He is going to procreate all across America. Weapons of mass destruction. Weapons of mass destruction. So she kicks him out. He leaves. Then she just breaks down crying and she's just like, I can't pay for school because I'm taking care of him. I got 2 jobs and I'm in school. I can't do this and take care of him. And this is just too much for me. And Alexis broke my heart because she kept on crying. Like her body was shivering. She kept on crying. She was so hurt. And I'm just watching her and I'm like, this is so sad. But I can't shake the fact that all of this was preventable. Like, this is so bad for you, but these are choices that you made. And you were warned about everything and you still made those choices. I'm like, I feel bad for you, honey, but you have got to wake up. You're a mother now. You're a mother now. You cannot be making decisions like this. You have to be wise. Like, it got to kick in. It has to kick. How old is she? Is the frontal lobe there? Well, it don't matter. You're a mama now. It gotta develop. It gotta develop. It's just preventable. And I think never mind. I was gonna say they live in a blue state, but you know what I mean? I'm just like, you didn't have to be in this situation. This was a choice. So I feel bad for you, but I'm just like, this is a choice you put yourself into. And like most recently, she was kicking him out on TikTok Live. She was kicking him out, and Alexis said, please hurry up and get your stuff so I can move the next one in. She's already planning on taking care of another man with a whole baby. Oh, oh God. So anyway, she kicks him out. He leaves. She runs after him, and she's just like, so what you gonna do? Are you really going to leave? We got to figure this out for our child. And he's just like, I got to get away right now. I got to get away and think right now. You just told this man that you were pregnant, and now you have to chase him down and beg him to go to work to take care of the kid. This is going to be the rest of your life. This is going to be the rest of your life. It's going to be heartbreaking for you, and it is going to break your heart a million times more when you see the pain he inflicts on your child because he does not want that kid. And to bring a child in the world with somebody and raise them or try to raise them with somebody who does not want them, that baby's first emotion, the first thing he's going to learn about that man is that he does not want that child. So the first thing they're going to experience, I think you had a daughter, the first thing she's going to experience from the first man in her life is rejection. Jesus. She doesn't care though. I mean, I'm heartbroken. I'm beat up. She doesn't care. She was posting videos because on his TikTok, he posted a video of him playing some game while Alexis was in labor, and he was just like, when your daughter's being born, but 2K something, NBA 2K, whatever the game was, NBA 2K is life. And I know actually Alexis was recording it. If she likes it, I hate it. If she likes it, I hate it. That poor baby. I think the baby is going to have a great mother in Alexis because she really wanted the child. The loss of her first child really, really hurt her. And I think she prayerfully is going to love that child and give that child everything that it needs. But it's going to feel a lot of pain from Julius and his side of the family. I wouldn't say prepare for it, because how could you prepare for something like that? But don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. Let's move on to Brooke and JK. Brooke and JK. Speaking of ghetto, their final scene was so ghetto. So JK is at his ex's place. And I mean, this conversation was so ghetto. So he's talking to his ex, and his ex desperately wants him back. And JK knows that he's going to play the both of these women against each other. And he was just talking to his ex about how his ex cheated. He's just like, I can't believe you did this to me. Like, how you going to leave a diamond for some scrap metal? Bars. How you going to leave a diamond for some scrap metal? And she starts breaking down, and she's like, I know, I was wrong. And it's double wide trailer. They're having this intense conversation. And then he just looks at her, and after she's like breaking down over leaving a diamond for scrap metal, he looks at her and he just says, listen, I gotta make it work with Brooke. And he gets up and he walks out. And she starts breaking down, crying, and running after JK. And JK is walking out the trailer like, oh, this is so ghetto. So she runs out after him with her crimped hair just blowing in the wind, tears running down her face, chasing after JK, and she's crying unto him. And he turns around and he tells her, he said, you hurt me. You hurt me. I ain't never been hurt this before. Broke me. She's like, JK, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you, JK. But the thing that's taking me out is while they're having like this moment, right? They're both crying, they're both breaking down. She's holding a hot pink vape. It was like the ghettoest thing. The trailer is in the background. She got this crimped hair. It's like a crimped bang. And she's sitting there like, I didn't mean to cheat on you, JK, while holding her vape. And in between vapes, she's pleading her love for him. So JK is just like, I got to make it work with Brooke. And he leaves her, and she's sitting there crying over JK. So then he goes to talk to Brooke, and Brooke don't want to talk. Brooke is just like, I know where you were at. I've been tracking you. I know exactly where you're at. So they go and sit down and talk about their relationship. I knew they were going to be on the next season of Life at the Lockup, because the way they were trying to give us a cliffhanger, I'm like, y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. They were trying their hardest to give us a cliffhanger, because JK is just like, Brooke, me and you, you're the one for me. We need to make this work. And Brooke is like, I don't know, JK. I'm tired. Since when? Since when are you tired of this man? Since when do you don't know if it's going to work out with him? You literally left your job to chase after that man. This was so forced so that you could give us a cliffhanger. So now we don't know if Brooke and JK are still going to be together, but we're going to find out on the next season of Life at the Lockup. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. I'm like, you were trying to give us a cliffhanger. Brooke, you ain't never leaving that man. You ain't never leaving that man. Kiana and Demadric, dummy on dummy. Dummy on dummy. Now, here's the thing. Demadric cheated with the baby mom, right? His excuse was, oh, Kiana had a boyfriend the whole time that she was talking to me. And Kiana was just like, listen, I have needs. And I'm like, now, Demadric, you are locked up in prison. You're not celibate. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil, right? You're doing what you're doing in prison. We don't got to talk about it because we don't talk about that in the Black community. We just know that man been locked away for a decade. And he's celibate. He ain't did nothing. Okay. Anyway, so his excuse was, well, she had a boyfriend or she was seeing somebody. So I got mad at her and I went to go sleep with my baby mom. So Kiana found out about that. She threw him out. They had a whole little fake argument and broke up or whatever. He went back to the baby mom and the baby mom was just like, I'm happy I got my family back. Little does she know, Demadric was just like, oh, I'm just over there to see my kids. I'm making nice with her, but I don't want to be with her. I'm still single. Not only is he still single, he's still seeing Kiana. So Demadric, because he think he's slick, is still sleeping with that baby mom. He ain't going over there just to see them boys. He's going over there to sleep with the baby mom. And he's also still sleeping with Kiana. Kiana's just like, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what our situation is, but it's something. So they are like casually dating, but still having sex. I see this ending in or continuing into just a ghetto hot mess with Kiana and the baby mama being pregnant at the same time. Now, if that happens, Life at the Lockup better get them cameras rolling. I want to see that. I want to see that. But it's just sad. It really is. It's even sadder for Kiana, who seems like has a really supportive family, who it just feels like she had a better setup. So this shouldn't have been her outcome. But, Sense has been chasing her for a long time. But I guess mother is faster. It's a sad situation. But Demadric got his cake and he could eat it too. He goes over and sleeps with the baby mom, who doesn't require anything of him, just penis in his presence. Then he goes and he stays with his father sometimes. Speaking of Demadric's dad, he was a mess back in the day. Anyway, he stays with his father from time to time, and then he's over there with Kiana. So you can never humble a man. Demadric has options. You can never humble a man. Sad, sad, sad all the way around. What is not sad, at least for Joey, is Michael and Joey. Michael and Joey are broken up. They are done. Michael went back to prison. Who shocked? He was speaking it into existence. We see an update with Michael. He's in prison for until 2029. Until 2029. And he was sitting there grinning. He was just like, I'm used to it now. This is pretty much my life. He said, I'm fine. I have a good time in prison. What the heck? He was so chill. He was just like, I knew I wouldn't, I knew I wouldn't have stayed clean or stayed out of prison. So, I'm not shocked that I'm back here. And then he was just like, he used the same day that he broke up with Joey. That's why Michael broke up with Joey, because he wanted to use. And what he did not want is for Joey and Joey's family to find out about it, because they would have locked their claws in him and made sure that he got on the straight and narrow. And Michael does not want to be clean. He does not want to live a life without meth. He did say that he hopes that him and Joey could get together later in life once he gets this out of his system. And I'm thinking it's prison and meth. But I'm like, the way it has a choke on you, like you're about to be into your golden years. When you gonna let it go? Ain't this man almost 50? When you gonna let the meth go? When you gonna let prison go? I just cannot. Only on Life After Lockup, on Love After Lockup, have I seen people who enjoy prison. He would have a ball if he was in prison overseas. What is that show? There is a show. It's called Lock Up Abroad, I think. Locked Up Abroad. And I don't know if it's in Sweden. It's in one of them white nations. And the prison system there, the prison looks like an IKEA. It looks like an IKEA. They have their own private bathroom with doors. They can all cook in the kitchen. Like he would have a ball there. Well, I don't think they could. I don't think they have access to meth. So I don't know. But you know what, Michael? Maybe just try getting locked up in Sweden. Because it seems like you really like prison. I just want you to be in a better situation. But you got to wonder for yourself. You got to wonder for yourself. Joey is clean, single, and thriving. Good for him. His family loves and supports him. And he is done with Michael because Michael keeps on reaching out to him. And Joey is just like, absolutely not. Not only did Michael use the day he broke up with Joey, he went on a sex binge. He was like, oh, I did it to everybody within like 5 minutes of breaking up with Joey. He was at all kinds of orgies. You need help, Michael. There's something going on there. He needs help and some milk. And some milk. He just hope you get the help you need. Let's move on to Brooklyn and Brian. Listen, Brooklyn, if Brian don't care about his freedom, why should you? Why should you? He doesn't, if he's making light of it, why are you stressing out about it? If he doesn't care, you should not care. I think the only reason why you care is because you really probably love him, but also you have intertwined your daughter with this man. So now you don't want this system that you have created to fall apart, but you should not have created it in the first place. Listen, I love Brian's relationship with Brooklyn's daughter. I think it's too much too soon. I think it's too much too soon. That baby loves him. Bestie. Too much too soon. Too much too soon. He also has a terrible friend that disrespects him because he was about to make him late and disrespects you. Why would you want to be with a man who allows the people in his life to mistreat you? That's not the sign of a good guy. They're trying to have a baby. What is wrong with y'all? She is still trying to get pregnant by this man. And they had a whole conversation and she was just like, I'm trying to have this baby for you because I know if I don't have this baby for you, you're going to leave me. He's like, no, I'm not going to leave you. I'm just not going to have kids. Well, yeah, that was sweet of him to say, but I'm just like, you're trying to have a baby by, he just got out of prison. Why are you trying to get these men kids straight out of prison? It's so weird. Justine did that. Justine keeps on getting pregnant by that rapper in Vegas. It's so weird. They're fresh out of prison. And you think, wow, this is going to be a great father for my child. I know there are some babies up in heaven who, when a certain family chooses them, I know they are holding on to every angel's wings. Like, please don't send me back. I do not want to go to that family, please. That's why a lot of babies, when they get here, they have an attitude because they still have their heavenly mind. Like they still have their thoughts. And when they wake up and they see the family that they're in, they're just like, dang it. Why me? What did I do? Why me, God? I thought we was cool. Like, why are you trying to have a baby? He don't have a job. He doesn't have a job. It's so weird to me. It's so weird to me. And then he says this, they got into an argument and she was just like, listen, you just need to really take your freedom seriously. And he is just like, listen, I have always been independent and I don't like how you're hovering over me and trying to tell me what to do. And I'm like, when have you been independent, Brian? You went from being a child to prison. You've never been independent. You've never. So what are you talking about? Now say I've never had independence and I want it now. So can you just give me a bit of space and let's work on some healthy boundaries? But you've never had independence. You went from a child to prison. You've never had independence. What is the feng shui of Brooklyn's home? Because when there was their final scene, Brooklyn's daughter and Bestie were making her breakfast, but I saw a staircase. So I was like, okay, the kitchen is on the second floor, but it's like a walkway, and then there's a bathroom and there's another walkway, another hallway, and it's a bathroom in all of the rooms. And I'm like, what is the feng shui of this house? Why is that kitchen there? It should be a laundry room. The feng shui is just off. It's really, really, really off. I will say Brooklyn is doing something right because her daughter is amazing. That's a great kid. And I don't know if it's Brooklyn. I don't know if it's the community that Brooklyn has. It could be the grandmother, but that's a great kid. And I would hope that she would make better decisions for such a great kid. Moving a man from prison, I don't care how long you knew him, moving a man from prison straight into your home and allowing your child to latch onto him is not smart. It is not smart, Brooklyn, and it is not healthy. We're talking about healthy. Let's talk about unhealthy. Will and Courtney. Whoo, toxic. Here's the thing, and I do this with 90 Day Fiance as well. Will got with Courtney because he needed somebody he could financially manipulate. What other reason would he be on meet a prisoner websites, right? You're meeting somebody, you're looking for someone who is financially destitute, who you can woo with money. So when Courtney gets out of prison, she's looking at him, she marries this man, and she's looking at him like, okay, where's the money? Like, what's going on? A lot of pillow talk, you're telling me all of these things. She did all this kind of crazy sex with this man. Pay up. Like, she's just like, I don't have a job. He knew he was going to be taking care of me and providing for me. Will is being stingy with the coins, and Courtney's just like, absolutely not. That's not the deal we had. And Will was like, well, I wasn't sending you any money in prison. I knew you had other sugar daddies. She's like, yes, I did have other sugar daddies in prison, but now I'm a married woman and I need my husband to take care of me. And if he can't do it, I'll leave. And she sat at that bus stop, and right before she got on that bus, here come Will. Courtney, come on, let's talk it out. Let's work together. So they finally make up. But I realized that they only made up because Will wanted to, or Will only made up with Courtney because he wanted to do some weird kink sex with her with a rope before he left. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason. He just wanted to have sex with her. That's it. He didn't care about that lady. He just wanted to have sex with her. And I believe that Courtney did what she needed to do so that she can get some money from Will. But I don't know what's going to happen with these two. I don't know if they're going to be on Life After Lockup. But what I do know is that Courtney is back in prison. She can't stay out of them streets. Mother cannot stay out of them streets. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Oh, wait, I got another super chat. We got another super chat, right? Or no? Am I making this up? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we did. Hey, Mackie. Thank you so much for being here. Mackie said, when Jay said you need to pick up more shifts, I would have immediately called my friend and planned the trip. This didn't have to be your life. That's all I'm saying. This didn't have to be your life. Thank you so much for the super chat, Mackie. Thank you. Let me get some comments. Persephone said, the thing with Julius and Alexis is so sad. It's like the movie Idiocracy. Julius shouldn't be procreating at all. At all. Some people said she knew what he wanted to say. That's why she egged him on to say it. And he said no. Yep. Drusy said, "Don't know them, but do know Alexis is too pretty for whatever mess she's in on for this show. Run, girl." But she listen. It seems like she wants to be there. See him say he was begging for money the other day. Of course, for his rap career. D. Nicole said, Ashley better be glad that the Lord saved her from herself when it came to Julius. I think she's going to stay in that situation for a very long time. And it's unfortunate because what's going to happen is he's going to emotionally manipulate her with their daughter. And it's going to work. Some people said Alexis had no business being with that man to begin with. A man who went in at 19 for selling fentanyl. His sister saw a sucker and helped her brother out. Absolutely did. Because I'm telling you, nobody that's no friend that introduces you to an incarcerated man as a good match is a friend. Is a friend. And it's definitely not a friend that you need to keep around. Because what about me makes you think that a man that's been incarcerated for some years, especially for dealing drugs, is the perfect match for me? You are no friend of mine. Persephone says, does anyone remember the old British show, Are You Being Served? Yes. Yes. I don't remember I don't remember Keeping Up Appearances, but Are You Being Served with my show? Miss Slocum. It's something up, but he does it. That's not how he talks. I think he thinks it's attractive. Some people said Julius thinks it's cute. It looks like it's a drug addict thing. But guys, the way he does it is just like, like he leans into it when he's trying to be sexy. Listen, it works. He got somebody pregnant. Miss GG88 said, ladies, I know it's hard out there for single women, but I don't see how our lady bitches twitch for some of these losers. Julia gives the lights are on and nobody's home. I mean, does Alexis know if he can read or write? Oh. Coco T said that's Julius trying to play a role. In his mind, he feels like he's a trap star. Yep. But it lights Alexis's fire. Of course. To be honest with you, I really don't think it's a light skin thing. I think Alexis wanted a child. I think she wanted a child. And I think it could have been anybody who she met at that state that she was in. She met him right after she lost her child. And she even said in her opening intro, he helped her heal. She was vulnerable. It could have been anybody. It could have irked my spirit to look at your pregnant girlfriend and said, pick up some more shifts. Not, you know what? Can you go on maternity leave at your job? Can you take some time off? I'm going to get a job and work extra shifts so that you can rest while you carry our child, because I know what you've been through and I don't want this to stress you out. A man that loves you would have said something like that. I was upset too, because this is the thing. When he came and he said it smells good in here, and he was looking around and she was just sitting there eating her food, I thought that she was going to say, yeah, I made myself breakfast, but she saved him a plate. After that man disrespected her, she made him a meal. Why does he have to treat her better? Even when he treats her terribly, she still rewards him. And at the end of the nation, unfortunately, I think Alexis wanted the baby, but not necessarily Julius. Absolutely agree. Coco T said, watching Alexis make this horrible decision so hard to watch. Ain't enough love in the world to compensate for a horrible child's father. Yep. And it's going to break her heart. She's going to be an older woman, and she is going to see how that decision has affected her child. Coco T said, I blame Julius' sister. She knew what she was doing by hooking them up. She wanted him off her hands. Absolutely. Sarah said, Alexis is getting ate up in her TikTok comments. She's posting videos of him with the baby, and he looks just as disinterested as he does when he speaks to her. Looks so out of it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Some people said she knew what he wanted to say. Yes. And Black Girl Maverick said he said it in bold italics with an underline. He was clear there. Yep, he was very clear. Persephone said the thing with Julius and Alexis is so sad. It's like, oh, I got this one. The NNA said that man acted like she has never done anything for him in his life. Insanity. Oh no, he is not doing videos with the baby. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I will say there were some there. So there's a video I can't play because this is music, but there was a video and it was cute. Well, no, let me mute it. Oh, my phone is so bad. Don't worry, I'm trading it in. I'm trading it. I'm getting a new one. This is how he showed up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She a cutie though. She's a cutie. She's a cutie. She look like the both of them. I see more Alexis though, but she's a cutie. Oh, I mean, how long has the baby been here? I thought she just had the baby. And the song that's playing is his rap song that he dedicated to the baby. If she likes it, I hate it. If she likes it, I hate it. Oh, Sarah said she was probably posting that he was on his game during the birth. She got another 3 kids. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. A menace indeed. A menace indeed. Um, some people said Sarah and Michael all over again, but worse because she didn't even know him prior. Yep. 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 The end of the ace, and I think Julius really thinks. Oh, he does. He absolutely, girl. He absolutely does. Absolutely. Um, the end of the age said, "Sir, you are in jail. That's a free woman. She could do what she wants." Absolutely. Sarah said, "The baby mom is a dummy too. Talking about I wanted my family back. I got what I wanted. Just listen. Just foolish. That's why men don't have to be better. Look at the options." Sade said Demadrick smiled through that whole throwing him out scene. I don't know if it was because he knew Kiana would take him back or if it was bad acting. Yeah, I saw that too. I saw that too. And I had the same questions. It's like he knew that Kiana was playing. Something was off. Something was off. Some people said he's already had 2 babies on her. She's not leaving. Just stop bothering him. Yeah, she gonna stay. And I think she's going to stay until she can have a baby to compete with the baby mama. Happens all the time. Miss Gigi88 said, I love that with all their back and forth, Kiana didn't have any kids with him. She's not that dumb. I'll give her that. She's either not that dumb or it just hasn't happened. I don't get that she hasn't tried. Laura said, I was confused how Demadra cheated with Joalia and then didn't even get back in a relationship with her because he never wanted her. Like she's just, it seems like she's just available. It seems like he does not. It could either be 2 things. It could either be the fact that he feels like Kiana's a better woman and he's kind of embarrassed by Joalia. And probably, Kiana's just better set up. But he does really like Joalia and doesn't want to admit it because She does not seem like a better catch than Kiana. Something is making him still go back to that baby mama, and it ain't the kids. So it's a terrible situation. It's a terrible situation. D said, for both women, this is a game they think D is a prize. If I were Kiana, I will let him be a family man with Joania. Absolutely. Laura Becker said, Michael's only 40. Joey's almost 50. Ain't that crazy? Joey look younger. Joey looks younger. But Michael needs to stay in there. Well, he wants to. He wants to. Miss GG88 said, I hope Joey finds someone who deserves him. I do too. He seems so sweet. He really, really is. Yes, Locked Up Abroad. It's a good show. They're living nice over there. Very institutionalized. He is happier in prison than he is free. Something is not right. Laura Becker said, he said it was only 15 men or something. Michael, what? Yeah. Only 15 men, and he was not out long. He was not out long. He got caught trying to sell meth. Something ain't right with that man. It is not the drugs. It's his mind. Something happened. Sarah said, Michael is too freaked out. It's giving that old man from Love the Lockup dating. Yes! It absolutely is. It absolutely is. Miss GG88 said, it looks like Justine and Michael are coming back on love. She better not be pregnant. Exactly. D. Nicole said, he don't have a job, on probation, and y'all not married but want a baby. Foolishness. 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 Them poor babies. Soon as they realize the family they in, they be pissed. Blue Jay said, I do love my family, but apparently I was going to the opposite way, going in the womb instead of... You said, put me back in. Put me back in. Ms. GG88 said, Brian is another one that doesn't seem to have anybody home. I don't know how these women can get it on with these types of men. Something is normally wrong with the women. Some people said, Will got Courtney the same reason Lexus got Julius. Absolutely. Absolutely. The NNH said, Will is strange. And when he had his hands down her pants in the car, he's freaked out too. Very freaked out. Miss GG88 said, I had to fast forward Will and Courtney's adult time after the fight. I don't need to see that. It was weird. He kept on, like the whole time he was talking to her, it was always about them ropes. His search history will probably scare the bejesus out of the FBI. The NNH said, especially since we haven't seen Alexia and that girl together since. They are not friends. She was a lick. Absolutely. Hey, Ajuvi. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I didn't know he was locked up. Yikes. Mr. Hilton. That was the scariest one. I think he was the reason why we ended the dating game. I think he was the reason why we ended it. Let's get into 90 Day Fiance. I spent a lot of time on Love with the Lockup because that was the one I had the most to say. I don't have a lot to say about 90 Day Fiance. I do have more to say about The Hunt, but let's get into 90 Day Fiance. Stevie and Maddie, let's bring them up. Again, this is a queer couple. This is a queer couple, and they are doing this so that Maddie's family can believe that he is safe over here. You know what I mean? Like, so that's the best way for them. Like, this is the easiest way for them to be comfortable here. Like, Maddie is marrying a woman. His family could be like, okay, because they're probably just like, what's going on with him? And why is his best friend always around? But now they're no longer asking questions about Maddie and his roommate, right? Now Maddie has a whole wife, so the family is no longer asking questions. And it's the same thing for CV, right? These two both come from very conservative religions and areas. But within this marriage, this what I assume to be a lavender marriage, these two can be free. These two can be free because I'm not buying the whole bisexual storyline and, is this what she is? I think this is a great distraction so that they can make the excuse of Maddie could be like, oh, well, I didn't want to do anything or show affection because I still had questions, right? So these two don't ever have to show affection because they're having problems. We don't ever have to see them being remotely intimate because they're having issues because Maddie is still confused on Stevie's sexuality or how she identifies. So the whole time we just see them having conflicts. So nobody's thinking, we've never seen this couple be intimate. Like we've never, like, and I'm not talking about sex, you know what I mean? We've never seen this couple like be affectionate or even look like a real couple. But we haven't seen it because they're having problems because Maddie thinks that Stevie is hiding her identity. Genius. Genius. Let's get to, again, this relationship scares me. I don't want Andy to go anywhere with them. Annie reveals in this episode that the only reason why she did not give them her real name and the only reason why she's been hiding some things is because the man that she was with before her husband, he was abusive. So she did not want to give too much information out because if she does, that man's going to be able to find her and it's just going to cause a lot of confusion. To that, I said the logical person would be like, if that is the case, then why are you on this TV show? I don't believe Annie. I think there's some truth to it. But I do think that she's tricking Matt and Amani. And again, I don't have any problem with that because I think that they're trying to act like, I don't believe that Matt and Amani was trying to find a third person to be in a relationship with. This is giving me an overly freaked out couple, and they are looking for essentially, in my opinion, they were doing sex tourism. And they enjoyed Annie, and they wanted a bit more time, so they want to bring her to America so they can have a bit more fun sexually. There's nothing that anybody has in common. As soon as Annie gets there, she sleeps with Matt. Right off grip. No conversation, nobody's, this I feel like this relationship is held together through sex. I don't think that this is a real relationship. I think this is sex tourism. And we've seen this a lot on 90 Day Fiance where they try to make relationships legitimate when it's literally just sex tourism. So I don't mind her not being truthful with them or deceiving them or tricking them because I think this is a trick situation. It's sex tourism. Let's move over to, where is it? Oh, guys, I'm never going to cover Shekinah and Sarper. They're scammers. Gregory and Joan. This episode, Joan made herself really comfortable. The first scene we see of her, she's taking out her braids, picking out her afro in the living room. I said, oh, we got real comfortable in front of the whites. Yes, Joan. Joan said, I'm home and I'm taking out my hair. So anyway, in this episode, Joe's mother-in-law, Gregory's mother, future mother-in-law, takes her out for a bachelorette. Joan doesn't have any friends here, so she was feeling friends or family here, so she was feeling a little down. And the stepmom and the mother-in-law were just like, listen, let's have a bachelorette party. So they decided to take her to a female a strip club with women because the mom didn't want her to go to one with men. Anyway, they all seemed to have fun. Joan seemed to have a good time. It was a little cringy. It was also cute just to see Joan having a really good time. It still is so weird to me. Not weird to me. I just need more information about how these two came to be. Because I just can't believe that Greg is an option for, I don't know. That just the way the show made us, just the way the show introduced us to Joan, I just would not think that she would pick Gregory. I also want to know, and this is not my culture, I'm in other cultures' business, so let me know if this is normal. But I feel like Joan's dowry is a little cheap, right? Even if in American dollars, right? Because Greg, this episode, dressed up as a cow to let Joe know that he paid the dowry to her family, which is like $200 a cow, and then and it ended up like being $3,000. And I was like, is that normal? This to me, it seemed a little low. But is it 3,000 American dollars? Is that like a lot? Let me know, y'all. I was just like, oh, that's a little low. I really thought it was going to be like 20K. Starting. But I don't know anything about that. So y'all let me know if that's a good price, or was Gregory lowballing Jones' family. This couple is so exhausting. I don't like it. I do not like it. So right a week before the wedding, Sean brings out a prenup. There is something going on. It's hella busy. It's Thursday. Why is my street so busy? Anyway, a week before the wedding, Sean gives Aaliyah a prenup, and he's like, I want you to look over it. She speaks and reads in a different language. So she had to get her lawyer to look over it, and she said some questions about some things. Sean is just like, well, I need to make sure that I'm protecting myself. And in his confessional, he's just like, I see Aaliyah changing into something I don't want to be married to. So he basically doesn't want to make an investment in Aaliyah with a marriage if she's going to fully transition to a woman, because Aaliyah did not do the full transition. She is a woman, but do the full transition because Aaliyah did not let him know or give him the assurity that she was not going to have the bottom surgery. And Sean is just like, well, I don't know if I can do that. And here's the thing. If you both are not sure about the next steps in this relationship, you shouldn't be getting married. You shouldn't be getting married. Here's the thing. I am pro prenup. Unless it's a woman who ain't got no money. If it's a woman, I'm like, girl, don't sign nothing. If she ain't got no money. If you don't have it, don't sign nothing, girl. So don't do it, Aaliyah. Don't sign nothing. And another thing I didn't like what Sean did is Sean and Aaliyah went to Sean's mother's house. So I think they're getting prepared there for the wedding. And he brought up the prenup in front of his mother. And he's like, she doesn't want to sign the prenup. And the mom, in front of the mom, and the mom's like, oh, why don't you want to do it? You have to do it so that you can get married. And Aaliyah was just like, well, there's some things I have questions about, and I don't know if I'm going to do it. And she's just like, so you don't know if you're going to sign the prenup? And Aaliyah's just like, no. And then Sean chimes in, and it's just like, well, no. And then Sean's mom is just like, well, what's going to happen? And Sean is just like, well, if she doesn't sign it, she's going to get deported. I don't like how Sean and everybody in his life treats Aaliyah. I don't like it. They just, it's just complete, utter disrespect of this woman. And I do not like it at all. I do not like it. That was such a manipulative conversation. Like, you wanted to be with Aaliyah this whole time. And now that Aaliyah is considering bottom surgery, you don't want to be with her. That's fine. And I absolutely understand that, because it's a totally different person than who you met. Like, the person that you fell in love with no longer exists, right? However, you still decided to be in a relationship with this person after they changed. And you knew that more change was coming. So now all of a sudden you want a prenup. And that just makes me believe that you want to enjoy the parts of Aaliyah that are still male. And when those things change, you want to get out of jail free card. You want to be able to get out of that relationship and not have any ties to her whatsoever. But you want, while she's here, to enjoy the parts of her that you like the most. And when those things change, you want to be able to throw her away without having to pay anything or compensate her for taking advantage of her and wasting her time. Don't sign nothing, Aaliyah. Don't sign nothing. Please set Juan free. Set Juan free. Jessica, who keeps her best friend in her business. So Jessica told her best friend that Juan got a call from the ship that he used to work on saying that they want him back, right? And Juan is considering going back to the ship because Juan does not want to be a husband or a father right now. He loves his kid, but The ship is calling him. So she tells her friend. So they all have this DIY wedding night, and the friend comes over and are making these paper flowers. The friend was like, oh, we're making these paper flowers for you, Juan. And Juan was like, why are you making these for me? And Jessica's just like, well, you wanted your culture to be incorporated into the wedding. So we're going to incorporate your culture by making paper flowers. And Juan is looking at her like, what are you talking about? So I don't know how these paper flowers represent Colombia, but I guess Jessica and her bestie looked it up on the internet somewhere and they told them that. Juan was just like, I don't know why they got these paper flowers or what they're supposed to represent. But anyway, they're making these paper flowers for the wedding to incorporate Juan's culture. He doesn't know what it is. They don't know what it is. It is what it is. The friend then brings up the cruise. And Juan wanted to go back to the cruise. And Jessica has this conversation with her bestie and her bestie's husband as a way to manipulate Juan into making a decision that she wants him to make. So Juan is already embarrassed and uncomfortable. They make the paper flowers. Everybody leaves. Then Jessica pulls him to the side and she's just like, well, you have to make a decision because I'm not going to be a cruise wife. I'm not going to wait for you to get off your cruise. If you want to make the cruise, then you are going to lose the family. Juan, who has now been threatened that he will not be able to see his child, especially because he's dealing with the American. Remember, the American has the upper hand here. So now that he has been threatened by Jessica that he will never be able to see his child because he's going to lose his family, he hesitates and says, okay, well, I guess there's no cruise ship for me, I guess. And Jessica just rejoiced with glee. And I'm like, girl, that wasn't a good answer. His answer should have been, I would have never chosen a cruise ship over you and my family. I was just letting you know that they called and they were interested. But I am not doing, I have to be here with my child. I have to be here with you. Like, that wasn't the answer you got. That's the answer you heard. But he said, I guess I'll choose my family, reluctantly making this decision because you threatened him with the loss of his child. Women are down bad. Then Juan is in his confessional and he's like, if it's between a cruise ship and my family, I choose my family. That's the way it goes, I guess. You are in a relationship where you're about to marry a man that don't want to be there. And you and your children are going to feel it the most, especially your children, because they are going to be raised in a household with somebody who does not want to be in that household and does not want to be in a position that they are in and who feels like your mother trapped them. A lot of resentment is going to be in their home. If she likes it, I hate it. Anyway, that's all I have to say about 90 Day Fiance. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. Oh my gosh. What? Oh, okay. Like the comments weren't loading. I'm like, what's going on? I don't. I do not. I do not. Busola said, I think the dowry can vary depending on family, and they probably cut Greg some slack since he doesn't have any money. Then don't send your daughter over there. That's crazy. That's crazy. Busola also said, Sean is a creepy old man to me. Isn't he like 65 dating Aaliyah who isn't even 30? Absolutely. I think 65 and 26. I think that's the age gap. Yeah, it's a huge age gap. A huge age gap. That's all the comments y'all had about 90 Day Fiance. I guess, child. Let me move on to 90 Day Fiance, the Hump for Love. Because that's all I can see. Am I seeing all the comments? Oh, wait, show comments on stage. Comments take the stage. Live comments from viewer will appear on screen during the stream. Keep the conversation going and make your audience up. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to do that. Oh, they're here. Oh, I wish they were bigger though. Can I make them bigger? I wish I could make them bigger. That's so small. But I'm going to read Black Girl Maverick. Black Girl Maverick says, if Michael and Mr. Hilton got together, there is oh, okay. Oh my God. Anyway, let's move on to 90 Day Fiance Hunt for Love. So let's go through the cast of characters. Let's meet the cast. First up, we have Chantel. Oh, let me take the comments off the stage. I want to try to, I wish I could go somewhere else, but I like the comment. I'm going to bring the comments back, y'all. I'm going to bring the comments back after I go through the list of people. So we're starting off with Chantel. I will say this. Chantel looks very different. And I don't think it's weight gain because she's still like her same size. It's just her upper body. Like the first person that we see is Chantel. What is going on outside? Sorry, y'all. The first person we see is Chantel. And her face is very swollen. And Chantel, it's just a bad wig. I've been there, girl, so no judgment. It just wasn't the best for you. And also, I don't know why Black women wear wigs in tropical locations. You can't, especially if you're American, you're not used to that climate. The braids. I don't know why you didn't wear braids. I don't know why you did not wear braids on that island. Anyway, or not an island in Mexico, Tulum. And so the wig is like sitting high, probably because it's full of condensation. The face is very swollen, and the gazungas were sitting, but they were like, oh my God, it was giving Dolly Parton. It was giving Dolly Parton. And I'm like, what is going on? She looked like her brother Fall. She looked like Fall in the face because her face was a lot fuller. And that was the only thing. The face was full, and the gazungas were more massive than they normally are. So I'm like, what is going on, Mamacita? What is happening there? But she was the first person that we've seen, and she's gotten a lot of camera time. So I think she's going to have a really interesting storyline, and they're probably going to focus on her the most. Tiffany is back. Where's Tiff? Tiffany is back. Face card never declined. She looks great. She's looking for love. She is over that unemployed South African. Did he come to America? Was he one of the South Africans that came over here? They brought impoverished South Africans over here and put them in Alabama. Good luck. Good luck. But Tiffany looks great, as she always does. Face cards never decline. First of all, her and Chantel look great. Chantel just looks different. I'm like, what's going on? Body Tito. Body been T, but my God, today, body is T, child. But Tiffany looks great. She's here for love. Said that her type is a tan man. Went for the most Wonder Bread white boy she could find. But she got a type. She has a type, but she looks great. What is going on outside? I don't know what is going on out there, but she absolutely looks great. Glad to see her hair. She's a ball of white. This should be fun. Biracial Ike Turner is on the show, and he's getting a lot of camera time. He seems to be very mellow on this show. I think he's probably chill because there's not a Latina pregnant woman around for him to beat up. So he's going to be chill. But if a pregnant lady gets in his presence, Lord knows what's going to happen to him. But he seems to be a hot commodity on this island. Maybe they hadn't seen the tell-all, or maybe the tell-all was after this. But he seems to be a hot commodity on the island. in Tulum. Usman is back. Where's he at? Usman is back. This time he has sister locks. I said, okay, Usman, with the sister locks. I know that's right. Puss in Boots is back. Okay. Looking for love. What a woman. He's ready to find love again. I did not know who this lady was. Thank God for the flashback to her season because I was just like, who is this? I thought I knew her from Love is Blind. I didn't know she was on 90 Day Fiance. But she's back and she is just as chaotic as she was on her season because the more I watched, the more I remembered her. Colt is back and he is not back, but Colt is on the show and he's sweating all over the place, talking about his high sex drive while soaking every shirt that he wears. My God, today he's going to have trouble in paradise, child. So anyway, the way the show begins, all of the cast, and there is people who they hired to be love interest, right? I guess they went through every person in the 90 Day Fiance cast and was asking them their type and brought their type to Tulum. So everybody has on mask, and it was just like the worst acting ever, where all of the 90 Day people were trying to act like they didn't know who was who. And when the mask came off, they were all like, oh my God, so-and-so is here. Oh my God, so-and-so is here. Especially Jennifer and Tim. Now, how you two didn't notice each other? Please get out of here. Because all y'all had was a mask on. Everybody was mingling with the same voice. So nobody was putting on a different accent. So that was just BS. They all knew who each other was and they all acted shocked when they took off their mask. Come to find out, as everybody is meeting and greeting each other and talking, we find out that Courtney had a fling with Usman. Soldier Boy. When I tell you there is not a white woman in the 90 Day Fiance franchise that he hasn't slept with. So because Courtney had a 3-day tryst with Usman in Turkey, I believe, she now thinks that these two have a love connection on this show. So she has locked into him and is going to try to make this work. Because when they first meet, Courtney kind of has like a beef with Usman because I guess they had the little fling in Turkey and then he ghosted her. So when she sees him, she's just like, oh, you acted like you didn't want to be with me. And Usman's just like, what are you talking about? And she's just like, you did me dirty. He was like, come on, Courtney. What? There was, we were fine. We were friends. It's not a big deal. So he's like telling Courtney that it wasn't nothing. Somehow Courtney is hearing that he wants to make something work with her. So now she is focused on him being a possible match for her. And I'm like, you can't be a match for him because he has shown no interest in you. That tryst that you had in Turkey, if he wanted you, he still would have talked to you after Turkey. Your next time speaking to him would not be on this show if he wanted to have a relationship with you. And now I'm starting to remember more about Courtney and how delusional she is. But Usman's penis knows no bounds. If it's Caucasian, he's entering it. My God, today. That poor woman slept with that man and she thought they had something. And now she's here trying to make this man date her. Force him, actually. He told you how he felt, Courtney. It's over. Of course, biracial Ike Turner found the craziest character on the show, and that is Elise. She is one of the people who was hired to be a love interest of someone. Elise is very forward and she comes on very strong. She sits down with Rob, and the first thing that she says, black men tell me that I have a big butt for a white girl. Oh my gosh. That's your opener? Ah. And so Rob then responds, and he's just like, well, show me. And you know what? Rob is not my cup of tea, but that was the appropriate response. You're leading with that, show him. And she says, no, I'm not showing you unless you kiss me first. So he kisses her, hesitant, but he kisses her. She not only gets up to show him her behind, she lifts up her dress. She's wearing a thong, bends over to the point where everything is exposed, that they have to blur out her bending over, and shows Rob her backside. And he goes, it's nice. It wasn't big, but it was nice. So Elise is going to be a huge character this season, if she makes it for the rest of the rounds. But whatever she was hired to do on this show, she's doing it. She is leading with sex. She's turning off all the men. You know, when they are riding to their next location to have speed dating, the guys are talking about all the women, and they get to Elise, and the guys are just like, she's coming on very strong and very forward. And she let us all know that she's been to this resort in Tulum before. And the reason why she came, and she had a great time here at this resort, because it was the first time she did anal. They haven't even been there a full day. They have not been there a full day, and Elise told these men all of this. So she's very forward. She gives me Temptation Island. She would be a great tempter on Temptation Island. But Elise and Rob are somehow locked in. Elise thinks they're more locked in than they actually are, but something's going to happen there. It looks like something happens with them in the trailer. But Elise and biracial Ike Turner, they seem to have hit it off. Now, let's get to Soulja Boy and Chantel. Chantel was scammed by Pedro. So she now has a problem with every person on 90 Day Fiance getting scammed by a non-American. So Courtney was the one who, I guess, cried to Chantel after Soulja Boy ghosted her after they, had the little fling in Turkey. So Chantel has an issue with Usman. Although Courtney is trying to rekindle something that was never kindled with him, Chantel got an issue. So they all the cast get together, and they're just hanging out. And Chantel is just like, who are you again? And Usman is just like, Chantel, what you mean you don't know who I am? He said, it's me, Usman. She's like, oh yeah, that guy. And he's like, what's your problem? And Chantel is like, my problem is that you played my friend. And Courtney's like, oh no, we talked about it. He didn't. No, Usman would never do that. He didn't, right, Usman? So Courtney is not being an ally to Chantel, who she told all her business to, that would make her upset over Usman. So Chantel no longer has an issue or a reason to be upset with Usman if the person she was upset with Usman about is Courtney, and Courtney didn't let it go because she's trying to hop on the African king of hip hop yet again. So it should have been dead. It was not dead, and Chantel kept on pressing the issue about how she doesn't like that he is taking advantage of her, and she doesn't like her friends being taken advantage of, and then it starts going into her own personal story. And here's the thing, Chantel. Yes, Pedro scammed you. Usman is not Pedro, and that is not your situation, right? And the way you were coming at Usman, I got to be honest with you, it was given xenophobia. It was given xenophobia, just the things that you were saying. It was really inappropriate. And it seems like you're still hurt. Of course you would be, with how you were treated by Pedro. But I think your issue should stay with Pedro and his family, and not every non-American. It just was coming off really, it wasn't a good look for you. And it made Usman seem redeemable, which he is. He's not a bad guy. He's just, he a little hoish, but he's not, a bad guy. So that wasn't a good look for her. And I'm glad that we kind of moved away from that early on in the episode. And I hope it doesn't resurface for the rest of the season, because she's going to lose favor. Like, everybody's rooting for her. But the way she was coming at Usman and the way she was speaking about Usman, I was just like, you're speaking about your situation. And that is not fair. That is not fair. What happened to you happened to you. Usman should not be blamed. And everybody on this trip that is not American should not be blamed for your folly and your choice of a husband. That is on you. So I hope she leaves that alone, because that wasn't a good look, in my opinion. that was not a good look for her. Um, so we get to the next stage where everybody's on their way to speed dating. But before this, everybody is there's another like little mixer, and I think it was light skin Ike Turner and Usman. They met up with Jennifer, right? And so Tim is telling everybody about how terrible Jennifer was to him and how, excuse me, Jennifer used him and he, did everything for her and she never wanted to be with him. She wouldn't even have sex with him. And Jennifer was just like, none of that happened the way it did. I told him that I did not want to have sex with him and he was okay with that. She was just like, he was okay with that to the point where he would pay for me to get lap dances by men. Like he would take me to male strip clubs and have men perform lap dances on me and he liked to watch. And I'm going to tell you something. I believe it. I absolutely believe that Tim sat in there with some thigh-high Cowboy Carter boots, throwing ones at the male dancers that was giving a lap dance to Jennifer. I see it. I see. He probably had a top hat. I see it. I see it. And here's the thing. Puss in Boots. Stop talking about Jennifer, because Jennifer was just like, here is the tea. She was ready to spill some stuff about you, and it seems like she had a couple more clips in a chamber. So she was going to say some more stuff, but she stopped herself. You better stop talking about that lady and telling her business, because she is more than ready to tell yours. Move on from it, brother. Move on from it. Did y'all notice the comic book filter that they would put on everybody when they would be riding in the car? Like every time they're riding in that passenger van, there's this weird comic book filter that they put on everybody. It's so weird and it just takes you out of it. I don't know who made that choice. Who made that choice? That's very, very weird. Very, very, very weird. Are you editing this show on iMovie? That was such an iMovie move. Very weird. But let me know if y'all noticed that. I was just like, that kind of threw me off. Anyway, so let's get into speed dating. So we get to speed dating. All the women have to like sit in a pool and all the men will come around and meet them in the pool. So there were the contestants, the male contestants that came to the show to date the women that were cast for the show. And then we had the 90 Day Fiance guys. And they would sit and the girls would come to them. Excuse me. So Chantel meets with one guy, a brother, and her and him do not hit it off very well because Chantel is just like, I'm really awkward. I have been out of the dating game for 7 years. Now I'm back into it and I just don't know what to do. So much has changed. It's very awkward for me. And then she says, I think it's very awkward for me because something really happened that just changed how I see things. And I'm just like, oh my God, I got really concerned the way she was saying. I'm just like, what did Pedro do? Come to find out, she was hanging out with one of her really good friends. I want to say they, right? Because I went on this person's page and it's given they. So they kissed her and they said that they had really strong feelings for this person, for Chantel, and that they were falling for her. And this person kissed Chantel. Now, this person, I'm not sure, but I went to their Instagram and they did a post for Trans Day. It was a Trans Day visibility post. So I believe that this person, whose name is Ashley, is a trans man. And I don't know if they've transitioned since the kiss. I don't know. But I'm just, from what I saw, I'm just going to, refer to this person as they. So because of that, Chantel was just like, I liked it. At that time, she kissed the girl and she liked it. And at that time, right? At that time, that's what the person probably was. But now the person seems like is no longer identifying as a woman. Anyway, Ashley, Chantel says that kiss confused me because it felt like the first kiss I ever had. And I want to tell you, Chantel, that's not confusion, that's confirmation. And maybe, Mama, you need to go to WeHo or Atlanta and have the LGBTQ ho season. Smorgasbord, figure it out. Figure it out. But for you to identify that kiss as the first kiss you've ever had, and you were married to a man for 7 years, I think you got your answer, Mama. So I don't know if we're going to see Chantel explore her sexuality on this season. Maybe that's why they're focusing on her. Maybe Ashley will come to the show. Here's what Ashley looks like. Ashley looks like Chantel's brother, Fall. She looks like him. Well, they look like him, don't they? Don't you say it? And Ashley is all over Chantel's Instagram and Instagram stories. So it seems like they might be booed up. Doesn't she look like Fall? Don't they look like Fall? I'm sorry, Ashley. I'm getting it together. I literally just found this information out an hour ago. They look like Fall. They look like Fall. Plot twist, child. Plot twist. Plot twist. Chantel absolutely threw a curveball in this season. And I don't know. It seems like her Chantel's mother is fine with it because Ashley has a bunch of pictures with Chantel's mother. Plot twist. Plot twist. So that was the first episode. The season seems to be very interesting. It seems like it's going to be a lot of drama, and I'm here for it. It wasn't a bad first episode. I liked it, and I'm interested to see more. That is all my thoughts on this season, on this episode. What do you guys think? Let's get into it, and I'm going to put the comments back up on the stage. I wish they were bigger, though. That's very, very weird. I wish they were bigger. Blue Jay said, I think Courtney went back because Will probably went a step too far. Prison is a place she knows, not Will. Probably, child. Probably. The internet said, I'm glad they mixed in no normies with the 90-day folks. Me too. I think it adds an extra layer. I will say, I do believe that there are some people there who do not know who these 90-day fiance people are. A lot of the men seem genuinely confused that everybody knew each other, that they all knew each other. The women, not so much. And I think it's because they kind of know who these people are. Something is going on. Something is going on. It's not weight gain. It's not weight gain because, it's still the same body that we saw on her show. She had the family Chantel. The boobs are a little bigger. It's just the face is very swollen. So maybe she did fresh work and came on the show. Don't get in front of the cameras before your work settles. Yes, and she got married to a Ghanaian man, a Ghanaian, right? A Ghanaian man. Yeah. Yes, she did. She had an American wedding and a Ghanaian wedding. Looked beautiful. Oh, her husband's skin, flawless. Flawless. And didn't Fall get married too? Honey Ryder said, yeah, I think too many fillers are making her yeah, something happened. I think she probably just got fresh work done. And then, went to her confessional. The Internet H said, did she get something done? I don't remember her tatas being that large. Now, they were large. Now, maybe she was wearing a push-up bra. Or maybe she got some titty shots. I don't know. But I was like, there is something different here, Chantel. That's the thing. I was confused. I was just like, it can't be weight gain because it's the same body. It's the face and the boobs. Those are the only two things that are very different. I wish she would talk about it because I'm like, this is very perplexing. River, thank you. I knew it was something. I was close. I was close. Thank you so much, Love Like You Are. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Face card never declined. Face card never declined. CM said, not just Alabama, but the Alabamian folks are pissed. Oh, yeah, that's how I know they're in Alabama, because I'm watching all the videos from the Alabama folks. And they are like, we are not splitting our food stamps. That's the worst thing that pisses them off. They're like, absolutely not. They're not coming here and getting Medi-Cal. The internet said, I'm glad Tiffany got away from Ronald, and she looks great. She definitely does. Love Like You Are said, them Africaneers going to find out soon that Alabama folks are not going to take their BS, because not you coming here, you're and you're getting on the system as soon as you get here. Absolutely not. They are not going to want to split their resources with them. Black Girl Maverick said, is this show easy to get into without knowing people's histories? I don't want 90-day stuff. Yes, this show is really easy to get into because they show you flashbacks. So you're really able to catch up in the moment. And you really don't need it that much, to be honest with you. Only for maybe Tim and Jennifer, but there's not really anything there that you need to know too much. All you need to know is that they were trying to get married. It didn't work out. That's it. Spency said, Rob is so awful and he will show his true colors eventually. He will. It's something. I'm just like, maybe these are the only ones who said yes, but this is a very odd pairing. Black Girl Maverick said, do I have to watch a 90-day series to get into this one? No, you do not. The NNH said, I hate that Rob is popular on here and these women clearly don't know. Yeah, they didn't see the show. They didn't see the show. Oh, he absolutely got sister locks. When he came out the water, them sister locks were sitting. Oh, just all over his face. Water all glistening all over his body. The NNA said, how does Tim keep getting on these shows? I don't know. 90 Day Fiance loves him. They love him. Social Stuff said, I never liked Puss in Boots. I don't understand him. I just don't get the appeal. Me either. Same thing with the little guy with no neck. I don't get the appeal with him either. Honey Rider said, I feel like you could just watch this and it will be fine. They catch you up. Yeah, they do. They do. He's sweating over everything. He's sweating over everything. It's such an uncomfortable watch. Because the reason why it's such an uncomfortable watch, because it seems like he is so uncomfortable in those elements. Love Like You Are said, I think they should have brought in Brittany and Yazan back from season 2 if he was still single. I agree with that. Because he ain't got no job. That's why he's here. Because he ain't got no job. Courtney likes whoever likes her. And I think she confuses men being intimate with her with them being interested in her. The NNH said Usman and Colt are going to be fighting over Courtney. It's going to be hilarious. That I absolutely don't believe. I saw that in the trailer and I'm just like, that's not true. Y'all acting. Honey Rider said, OMG, I was so embarrassed for that Elise girl because that butt was not big. Even Rob, he was just like, it's nice. It was not big. It was not big. Busola said, Elise is definitely trying to be a regular 90-day single. Like, she's trying to be something. She absolutely wants airtime. She came here, like the producers hired her for a mission, and she is going to accomplish it. Very much too hot to handle, Homebody Brit. Very much. Spency said the jokes of why Usman was there because there are no 50-year-olds had me weak. CM said, did Pedro scam her? Because it seems like she scammed him. I absolutely think Pedro and his family scammed her. Did you watch the last season? Where his, not even the last season, I think the second to last season, where he went back to go visit his grandma and they were all talking about how they were hoes and they were proud to be hoes. Do you not remember that? Like literally Pedro and Chantel were married for 10 years. And you know what that means? He no longer needs to be married to her. As soon as that happened, he went home. His mom gave him what to do. He went home talking about he's done with Chantel. His mom gave him what to do, and he came home and divorced her. Blindsided that lady. Blindsided that lady. No longer needed her. Moved out. as soon as he got his citizenship, he scammed her. You may not like Chantel, but she got scammed. She got scammed. Busola said Chantel's family was pretty xenophobic even before Pedro showed his true character. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I won't say the xenophobia went both ways because I'll be honest with you. When I first watched it, I felt like Pedro's family was trying. Chantel's family, very snobbish. Pedro's family, in my opinion, though, took it way too far because they were all trying to make it work at some point. And Pedro's family did not want to make up. They did not want to be friends. They were just like, you screwed us over once. You disrespected us once. Never again. The NNA said, I don't understand why Jennifer and Tim are still beefing 6 years later. Me either. They said they never talked. So, like, why do you? But I will say this. I think Jennifer's issue is the fact that Tim won't stop talking about her. And we could see that in this episode. He would not stop talking about her and everything that he did for her, making her seem like a gold digger. And if she was, you were doing sex tourism. CM said, leave Cowboy Carter out of this. The human Scrappy dude could never. I'm sorry. You know he got some Cowboy Carter boots though. The end of the age said, I think Chantel needs to explore sexuality and maybe not be on this show, but she wants to be seen. I'm like, who's she going to explore it with? Who is she going to explore there? Are they going to bring Ashley to the island? I keep on saying island. Are they going to bring Ashley to Tulum? So Steph said, I heard Chantel was with who I thought was a stud at the time. That's what I thought, but they did a post for Trans Day of Visibility. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay. Honey Rider said, oh, wow, I see some resemblance to River. LOL. Hopefully Chantel finds happiness. Good for her. Listen, that would make sense why it's not working out. She said that felt like the first kiss she ever had. Well, that was huge. That's a huge revelation, my guy. Persephone said, I saw Chantel in an interview with Melissa Shea, and she still looked like that. The interview was recent. Oh. Okay, child. I hope not. I hope not, CM. I hope not. Me too. I absolutely thought she was going to be on this season. I absolutely thought she was going to be on a season. And Ed. I hope we're free of Ed, but I thought he was going to be on it too. 90 Day Fiance loves him. 90 Day Fiance loves him. CM said, I watched it. The whole thing was fake because he knew his dad and all that was a storyline. Yes. Chantel wasn't blindsided either. Her tea got spilled about how they lied about things and got a good at it. I believe it. Oh, you know what? No, they weren't married for 10 years. They were married for 7. She's responsible for him for 10 years. But whatever happened, like as soon as he got his citizenship, he filed for divorce. It's not funny, but I'm like, damn. He didn't even wait. He got them papers and said, goodbye, Chantel. Goodbye. Yes, she is a makeup artist. She was selling makeup for a minute. I think she had a makeup line. She was doing it for a minute. I don't know what happened. Nonsense Behavior said, I love Brittany. That's how I first found you, Nikki. Oh, really? Your videos on Brittany and Yazan and Jenny and Summon had me seated especially in the Oh, thank you. What a time. You've been here for a minute. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of the Star Family Nonsense Behavior. Lisa Parker says, greetings all. Probably repay game. You absolutely are, Chuck. We're about to get off of here. It is late. I know what it's like midnight for y'all. Thank you all for staying up. Blue Jay said, even if Jennifer was a gold digger, she's a pretty lady. So you got something out of it. Absolutely. But I don't remember their relationship being interesting on the show. It wasn't, but they loved him. Honey Rider said, oh yeah, Brittany was gorgeous. She would have been fun on The Hunt for Love. She would have been. I don't know why they stopped working with her. I don't know what happened. CM said, Ad messed up when all that abuse came out. That's what got Angela too. What abuse? What abuse? Can I tell you, I forgot, Homebody Brit. I forgot the Jenny voice. What does Jenny sound like? I forgot it. Is that a new? Is that a new show? I thought it was an internet show. I thought it was an internet show. Is it an actual show? Yes, thank you, CM. Like the video and subscribe, y'all. What was my Jenny? I forgot. I forgot. Miss Gigi said, I haven't been watching anything 90 Day Fiance. I need a break from them, but thanks for keeping me company while I clean up my kitchen. No problem. And thank you guys for staying for almost 2 hours and 30 minutes. My God, today. But I had a good time. I hope you all had a good time. And tomorrow we're going to do another reality TV chat. We're going to talk about all the Love is Blind babies. We're going to talk about the cast for Love Island. And there was something else I wanted to talk to you guys about. I'll figure it out. If you find out any tea, hit me up on Instagram and the TIK TOK, and I'll add those to the docket. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I will see you tomorrow at 12 p.m. unless I have to work, but I will let you know in time. Love you all. Have a good night, and I will see you soon. Bye.